here on FastHockey.com and the Wildcats Broadcast Network. Ben Horner with you. Thanking you so much for making us a part of your Friday evening plans here as the Wildcats are kicking off a 5-game road trip and opening up a sequence of 12 of their final 15 games away from the Kay Yeager Coliseum, and boy would they love to get that run going tonight. He's against these Amarillo Bulls, beg your pardon, as Cam had been in a bit of a slump over the last few weeks, but starting to find his stride again. It seems he stepped up with a big game-tying goal to send it to overtime, and I guess the best way that you can sum up Wednesday's contest, factoring all things and considering that the Wildcats probably played better 5-on-5 than the Brahmas. Out of all of those practices and the penalty minutes, there was 230 combined between the two teams over the two games last weekend. Out of all of that, what we see is a couple of suspensions for Amarillo to very key players. First and foremost, Cody Gilling out for this weekend. He is suspended for a slew foot for 2 games. Significant because he is the Bulls' leading scorer with 40 points on 23 goals and 17 assists here this weekend. This is a much different Bulls squad than what we saw back in that game back in October, and what you can expect is something a bit more like what the Wildcats saw when they came here on December the 31st and January the 2nd. They had their hands full both of those nights. In fact, they wound up losing on December the 31st, a 6-3 loss. The defense and goaltending were not at their best. The offense did their part to try and claw. Restaurant offers Tuxoma. The choice is beef, freshest fist, and the area's best wine list. Next time you're in the Falls, be sure to stop by and visit our friends at Pelican's Restaurant across from Midwestern State University for fine dining and a family atmosphere. So we get you the starting lineups. We start with the Amarillo Bulls. On the left wing, it'll be number 15, Charlie Coombs. Coombs, 5'6", 200 pounds, out of St. Louis, Missouri. On the year, Coombs has 22 points on 14 goals and 8 assists. He's also got 5 goals in his last 5 games. One to watch. Alabama Huntsville in 2016-17. Centering will be Colin Staub, the Wildcats' leading point man. 44 points on the year for Colin on 17 goals and 27 assists. Out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, Staub stands at 6'1", 195 pounds, and is committed to the Air Force Academy. On the right wing will be Nikita Litviak. He's the hot hand right now on a 4-game point streak entering tonight's game. Good evening to you from the Amarillo Civic Center, where the ice is down, the lights are up, and we are just about set for Wildcats hockey presented by Armored Roofing. Ben Horner with you, Cats fans. Thanks for joining us on a Friday evening here as February winds to gain the zone. He'll come to the bench for a change anyway with 45 seconds gone in the scoreless first period. Ben Horner with you on FastHockey.com and the Wildcats Broadcast Network. As swooping back to pick this one up is Will Harrison. Harrison is sealed out there. Farmer flings it cross ice, looking to skate onto this one, and playing it in deep was Townsend. Hammered out into the neutral zone once more. Austin Azanero settles at his own blue line and plays across first, and we'll mention it as we do every night. First goal so important for the Wildcats. They're 24-2-1 when scoring first. Amarillo 11-5-3 when scoring first. Here's Hartman loading shot, save, and blocked away there by Shaw as he was juggling it on his blocker hand. Lazarus helped him along, but this is held in here by the Bulls. Played down low. First to it there was Baum. Baum put under pressure there, but he'll spin it away into some space, hoping that APAP will step to it. Loose puck here in the Benedetto, too far for him, and Austin Azanero has it in his own zone. Azanero takes it right back from Yeager, moved it along for Townsend. Townsend, now it's Yeager gaining the zone at the circle. Here's Yeager, a shot goes wide. Farmer picks it up on the left wing side, up to the point Azanero, along for Townsend. Townsend at the blue line. Here is Azanero, his shot goes wide of the cage. Farmer the first to it for the Wildcats. He'll knock it towards the corner. Sherazin there as well. Sherazin getting walled off it there by Restagno. Nice play by Yeager to come along and pick it up. But the wall with it and getting tied up was Riley Christensen, but he comes away with it. Pass to the blue line. Here's a shot. Blocked in front. Didn't get all the way through. Loose puck here. Reisinger fights for it. Still loose. Jabbed away. Only as far as Leonidas at the point. Leonidas goes down towards the goal line there. Fed towards the middle. Good poke check there by Shaw. And a crucial moment. Now Oakley will look to start a transition rush. Oakley puts on the brakes. Taken out of the play. Wildcats were in the midst of a change here as this is taken forward and played in deep by Trace. Bolio couldn't handle it off the boards cleanly, but he'll hold the zone. Getting it right back, however, are the Bulls in the form of Restagno. Lost out, though. Litviak all alone in front. Here's Bolio holding his shot. Scores! Austin Bolio, a broken play. The Wildcats take the lead with 13:10 remaining in the first. Restagno lost the puck in the skates of the referee, Farrell. Nick Farmer. So for Azanaro, that is goal number 2 and point number 4. For Yeager, that's assist 15 and point number 21. For Farmer, that's point number 41 and assist number 24. Wildcats have taken a 2-0 lead in the blink of an eye here, as the first one came off a bit of a 11:50 remaining in the first period. Both goaltenders have been beaten tonight. Weatherly twice, Shaw once, as the Wildcats lead 2-1. And we haven't even played 10 minutes of this weekend series. 5 assists for 9 points against the Bulls. We enter a media timeout here at the Amarillo Civic Center, and that's a perfect time to remind you that if you're planning on making a trip down to Wichita Falls for one of the final weekends of the season, or maybe you might be coming in for the playoffs, if you're coming into Wichita Falls, be sure to contact our Wildcats trying to work the forecheck. Kosmeski has to chase back into his own zone. Up the ice, so play it to Yeager. Yeager, nice collect here. Now he'll wheel through the middle of the ice. Played in deep. Into the corner it goes. Farmer the first to it there. Flung it towards the middle. Karam's up to the blue line. Kosmeski holds. Tries to get around his counterpart, Novak. Shot blocked there. Now look out. Could be a 2-on-1, but a nice recovery here by Kosmeski to slow things up. Here's a quick shot. Glove save by Shaw, as that came from the stick George Mika. Narrow first to it there. It's Litviak who gave it for Staub. Staub under some pressure here by the forechecking Trent Dillinger. He'll curl back behind the cage of Shaw. As an arrow, wasn't able to take this puck cleanly. Amarillo will hold the zone, and the Wildcats are going to take a penalty as the Cats weren't able to break out. Give credit to the forecheck of the Bulls. They were buzzing a little bit there, and as an arrow was forced to take a penalty. He's not too pleased about it, but the Wildcats will be shorthanded as this is now Novak. Now it's Combs. Now Novak, top of the right circle. Shot, save on a big rebound by Shaw. It's picked up by Senelius. Now Novak once more. Now it's Combs once more. He'll hold on his shot. Now it's Senelius. Backdoor pass. Sent towards the middle. Shaw with a glove save. It's loose. And Shaw makes the save. Oh, the puck went in, but the referee had blown play dead. That's a break for the Wildcats there. Farrell had lost sight and blew it dead. Shaw cage as we're back to 5-on-5 as out of the box is as an arrow. Litviak, fresh from the bench, will take this one from Townsend. Nice kill there by the Wildcats to get things going on the special teams tonight, as this is Staub playing it wide of the cage of Weatherly, but Weatherly will cover up, and Bolio is going to draw a crowd. In fact, he's going to draw 5 Bulls skaters for a pretty innocuous coming together, if you could even call it that. Back wall for Matt Cook. Cook will settle, skate behind the cage of Shaw, and move it up the ice. Cook tied up. Apap has it here. Loose puck. Cook knocks it into the offensive zone as Apap comes in on the forecheck. Now it's Leonidas. Now it's Novak. Now it's Harrison. Harrison tied up there by Apap. Apap hacking it free. Falconer can't work it loose. Here's Novak walking in. Shot, save. Rebound is loose. And they'll still dig for it. It's to the right of the cage. Knight trying to dig it free. .com and the Wildcats Broadcast Network. Wildcats are leading 2-1 over the Bulls here, as it's Wildcats hockey presented by Armored Roofing. Couple of Austins on the score sheet for the Cats. Bolio and Azanaro just 35 seconds apart. Amarillo answered back 45 seconds after the Wildcats took a 2-0 lead. That's where we stand here as we have 3 minutes remaining in the first period, and Amarillo looks to start the breakout. Loose puck picked up here by Christensen. Drop pass. Here is Dillinger. He'll curl back at the blue. Rebound is picked up and brought forward, and could be a 3-on-2 once more. Here is Novak with a man to his left. That's Harrison, and a great back check there by Cam Knight to tie him up as he was getting ready to pull the trigger. Now it's Knight in his own zone once more. He'll look to skate it into some space. Hacked off his stick in the neutral zone. He'll curl back and look to play this one up the ice in the last 90 of the period. All the way down the ice, it was kicked away. Farmer will pick this one up and gain the zone with steam. Here is Farmer. Plays it around the net. Long, the linesman, Chris Long, making sure everyone's where they need to be. And Yeager is going to get washed out of the draw here. So Sherrison steps in to take it. An encroachment warning on this left wing side, as this is now Yeager tied up. He'll play it along the boards. Down the ice it goes with 2 seconds remaining. It'll come up short of icing, and that'll do it in the first period. So, all the scoring within a minute and later as they realized what had occurred. And to be fair, most of the Amarillo players didn't really protest too much. There was some frustration that the whistle was blown early, but no one really with too many vociferous arguments for Tim Farrell, the referee, here this evening. So I wonder, as we think about that first period and we think about what I had a chance to speak with Wildcats head coach John LaFontaine about earlier today, I wonder what his thoughts would be as you consider the fact that, well, so the Wildcats likely to face a tough test against this Bull squad.
Yeah, they're playing good hockey, Ben, and I don't think it's too far off our guys' memory when we came here Christmas time. They really beat us soundly and really looked stronger. They looked faster. They're much improved, that's for sure. The coaching staff there's done a great job with Watt. They've done a great the results that we think we have as far as guys understanding how to play together. That were actually outside of the dot and wide. And, you don't expect those to, of if they win or we need them to lose. Simply because we can control our own destiny. And actually, all 3 teams can control their own destiny. We all play each other. We all have similar road schedules for the stretch here. So for the most part, it's just continuing to get better and get your team amped up to.
Trying to climb their way out of a battle between 5th and 6th with the aforementioned Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees. Just 2 points ahead of Rio Grande Valley entering the night is Wenatchee. They took 1 of 3 from Topeka last weekend. Meanwhile, Odessa, 7 points away from being eliminated from playoff contention. We'll have their updated on those scores throughout the remainder of the evening. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have the second period of action between the Wildcats and Bulls here from the Amarillo Civic Center. Don't go anywhere. Wildcats hockey presented by Armored Roofing continues just after this. In the cage to your left, Cats in their road black sweaters skating from P to Q across your keyboard as they move from right to left across your screen. Stop to go against DiBenedetto in the opening draw of the second period, and the puck is down. We're underway in the middle frame here, brought to you by American Classified, as the Wildcats will look to charge forward right off the draw. Nice keep here by Knight. He fed it along, hoping for Cook for Mika. Mika, his cross-ice pass. Here's Harrison, tries to go back to the middle. It was knocked away. Still on the puck are the Bulls. However, this is Sherrison looking to start it forward. Could be a 2-on-1. Has Farmer with him. Here's Sherrison, toe drag there, and losing it in the skates of Frohnberger. Now it's a 2-on-1 back the other way for the Bulls as APAP hustles into the play, bringing it in. Here's Mika. His centering feed is sent wide of the cage as Novak went tumbling down to the ice. Delay here. Dillinger put the puck in the net. Farrell waved it off. What's going to be the decision here? 17:45 remaining in the second period. Explaining the call to John LaFontaine is Tim Farrell, and it looks like this is probably going to be, well, we'll hold off on passing judgment. The official call is no goal because off the leg of Restagno. Reisinger swats it below the goal line. First to it here, though, was Crabtree. This is too many men on the ice against the Wildcats. Plain as day, Azanaro and Cam Knight both went to play the puck. And that's a sloppy change here. Here's the problem in Amarillo. The bench is so short that the D-man almost has to get onto the ice before the other guy can step off. But either way, the Cats are going to be short-handed on the Gilmore's Collision Center penalty kill. The Wildcats this year. So, sloppy change burns the Wildcats there as we're back to where we started, level pegging with 15:49 remaining in the second. The faceoff will be taken by APAP as we've already seen a bit of a... So that'll be Litviak's 9th of the year as he continues to have a big week. That's now 5 points in a game and a half this week for Litviak as Staub gains his zone at the right wing side, softly towards the net, and as Bolio is cutting across the crease, Weatherly will cover. 14:37 remaining in the second. The Wildcats have reclaimed the lead. Quite short order after clear. Finally, Farmer inadvertently kicks it into the neutral zone as Yench will play this one in deep. Rattles all the way around behind the cage of Shaw on this near side. That's the far side from your vantage point. 21 and 21 get after it. That's Townsend and Barriga. Loose puck. It squirts free as Yeager will pick this one up behind the net. His pass, Sharazin was just able to force this one out into the neutral zone as Restagno will look to take this one away. Into the neutral zone. Townsend protects Yeager and skate the puck up a little bit more. Another goal off a rebound. Up the wall, intercepted there by Farrell Skates. The Bulls will recorral, but now it's Oakley had Sharazin in the middle and he couldn't get it to him. Pass down the ice, 2-on-1 for the Bulls once more. Centering feed was behind Novak as Yeager will play this one up ahead. Sharazin, too far for him, but he'll get a stick in the way as Hartman has to chase this one back. 2 on the penalty kill. You know what he's trying to do. Trying to buy some more time for his mates to get a breather. But when you're struggling as mightily as the Wildcats are to kill penalties, taking a penalty like that is about the last thing you want. Evnick's numbers on the year while we have a chance. 12-6-0 on the year, 290 goals against average and an 896 save percentage. He's 4-0-0 against Amarillo with a 248 goals against average and a 915 save percentage. He has 1 shutout. Lazarus turned it over. Lazarus lost it to Senelius. A big one-timer goes wide as breaking his stick on it was Christensen. Now it's Farmer. He'll work it up to Lazarus, who gives to Sharazin to gain the zone and drop to Lazarus. Knocked towards the corner. Litviak tucked in front there, and Sharazin had it on his... They haven't taken Sharazin off the ice, but that might come in a second here. It appears the Wildcats are going to be on the power play. To Litviak off the face-off, pass up the... Can't score! Sanderson holds this one in. The Wildcats fans wanted a penalty there. This is Sturtzinger's shot. He scores! Oh, my. Jeffrey Parker Jr. let a clear holding call go, and with 14 seconds on the major power play, rose to a winner for the Brahmas. Maybe one last rush. Soloviev. And trailing after the second period of play, and interestingly, this one has run. So Yench, who was initially supposed to be suspended for tonight's contest, played for some unknown reason, either winning an appeal or serving the suspension tomorrow. Gets in a fight with Farmer. So Farmer's night. Off will be to Austin Sean's left. Tied up here in the neutral zone was Reisinger, and that'll result in a penalty. So the Wildcats will get a power play here. A hooking minor is assessed. onto the stick of Charlie Combs. Combs trying to walk his way through. Penalty upcoming here. Shot goes high. Wildcats standing around. Now finally APAP touches up. Call here. It's going to go against Shane Kosmeski. 3:09 remaining in the third. Wildcats trailing 7-3, and they'll have to deal with another power play for Amarillo on the Gilmore's Collision Center penalty kill. The better team overall. Last 16 seconds of the third, as Wildcats are trailing 7-3, and the Bulls are seeing out the remaining 10 seconds of a deserved 7-3 win here. This is Baum with some nice moves in his own zone. He'll find Yeager, who gains his own in the last 5 seconds. Yeager loses the puck, 2 seconds and 1, and there's the horn. The Wildcats lose 7-3 to the Amarillo Bulls at home. They're 8-3-0 in their last 10 games at home, as they are now 18-23-3. News for the Wildcats, though, is that they won't see Corpus Christi pick up any ground on them, as Corpus lost tonight. They'll